Did you know that you can strengthen your bones with a cheap and easy food that you probably already have in your kitchen? And the best part is, you don't need expensive pills or complicated treatments to start noticing the difference. Stay until the end because not only will you learn about this powerful food, but you'll also discover how to combine it with others so that your bones become more resistant, flexible, and stronger than ever. According to the International Osteoporosis Foundation, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 5 men over 50 will suffer a fracture caused by this disease. This not only affects mobility, but also independence, safety, and even self-esteem. The most concerning thing is that many believe it's inevitable, that there's nothing more to be done, and that's not true. I've known people who went from being afraid to walk due to a fall to regaining confidence and moving freely again in a matter of weeks. And it all started with what they put on their plate. Today, we'll look at the 6 most powerful foods to improve your bones and give your body what it really needs to fight osteoporosis. Food number 6. Sardines in water or olive oil. Have you ever wondered why some older people keep their bones strong even in old age, while others seem to break easily? A big part of it is in what they eat regularly. Sardines are a humble, cheap, and accessible food, but at the same time, a true medicine for the bones. They provide 3 fundamental nutrients against osteoporosis: calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus. Calcium strengthens the structure. Vitamin D allows it to fix itself in the skeleton, and phosphorus combines with it to form the hard matrix that supports every vertebra, rib, and joint. Did you know that 100 grams of sardines with bones provide more calcium than a glass of milk? And the best part is, that calcium comes with natural vitamin D, essential for absorbing it. A study in Osteoporosis International showed that those who ate bluefish twice a week had much higher bone density than those who almost never ate it. Additionally, sardines contain high-quality proteins necessary to maintain muscle mass. And remember, muscle and bone work as a team. One without the other is still fragile. How to eat them? The most practical and economical way is canned. Choose those in water or olive oil and avoid ones with sauces that have excess salt or preservatives. You can add them to a salad, mix them with brown rice, or eat them alone with a squeeze of lemon. In many Mediterranean countries, where fractures are less common, sardines have been part of the weekly menu for generations. A simple food, but each portion is a direct boost for your bones. And this is just the beginning. The next food not only provides essential minerals but also helps produce collagen, the protein that gives firmness to bones and joints. Food number 5, sesame seeds. Did you know that one of the foods richest in calcium isn't milk, cheese, or expensive supplements, but tiny seeds that we almost always use just as a topping on breads or cookies? We're talking about sesame, also called ajonjolí. These seeds are a true treasure for your bones, and although they go unnoticed, a single tablespoon provides more than 80 milligrams of calcium. With 3 tablespoons a day, you can match the calcium amount in a large glass of milk, but in a natural and light form. And it's not just calcium. Sesame also contains magnesium and phosphorus, minerals that work with calcium to give density to the bone. Magnesium, for example, acts as a bridge that fixes calcium in the skeleton. Without it, much of it is wasted. A study published in the Journal of Trace Elements in Medicine and Biology showed that older adults with low magnesium had a higher incidence of hip fractures. The fascinating thing is that these tiny, economical seeds can correct that deficiency naturally. In many Asian countries, postmenopausal women consume black sesame paste to prevent osteoporosis, and science backs this practice. The seeds contain lignans, plant compounds that help balance hormones and protect bone density. How to consume them? Very easy. Sprinkle a teaspoon over salads, rice, or oatmeal, or prepare tahini, the Mediterranean sesame paste, by toasting and grinding the seeds until you get a smooth cream. A golden tip: chew them well or grind them to make the most of the calcium. Each tablespoon is like a tiny brick that strengthens your skeleton and slows bone density loss. The most valuable thing is it's a cheap, accessible food with 1,000 ways to use it. And this doesn't end here, because the next food not only strengthens bones but also protects your joints and keeps tendons flexible. Food number 4, steamed broccoli. Did you know that a simple green vegetable can do more for your bones than many expensive supplements? We're talking about broccoli, a cheap, accessible vegetable loaded with essential nutrients against osteoporosis. It's one of the best plant sources of calcium, but what makes it special is its vitamin K content. key for fixing calcium in the bones. Without it, much of the calcium can end up in the arteries instead of the skeleton. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older people with low vitamin K intake had a much higher risk of hip fractures, and broccoli is one of the foods richest in this vitamin. Plus, it provides antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which reduce inflammation and protect not only the bones but also your eyesight. Its sulforaphane helps decrease chronic inflammation that weakens bones and joints. The interesting thing is you don't need to eat large amounts. 1 cup steamed already offers calcium, vitamin K, fiber, and antioxidants. That said, avoid boiling it too much because it loses nutrients. The ideal is to steam it for a few minutes until it's bright green and crunchy. Want to boost it? Add a few drops of lemon to improve calcium absorption or sauté it with garlic and olive oil. Now tell me, how often do you eat broccoli a week? If you include it 2 or 3 times, you'll be giving your skeleton a natural shield against bone loss. Before continuing, I invite you to something important. Subscribe if you like this video because every week we share natural remedies and tips that can transform your health after 60. And attention, the next food is even more surprising. It not only strengthens bones but also protects your teeth and improves muscle contraction. Something key to keeping you firm and in motion. Food number 3, almonds. I'm going to tell you something that Carmen, a 72-year-old follower of the channel, told me recently. She wrote to me, "Doctor, I can't drink milk because it sits heavy on me. I thought I was doomed to have fragile bones until I discovered almonds." And the funny thing is, Carmen was right. Many people believe calcium only comes from dairy when in reality there are natural, light, and delicious alternatives. A handful of almonds, about 20 units, provides nearly 80 milligrams of calcium along with magnesium and vitamin E that work together to protect your skeleton. Calcium is the base of the bones. Magnesium helps fix it, and vitamin E fights oxidative stress that ages them. Did you know that a study published in the Nutrition Journal found that people who ate nuts regularly had higher bone density compared to those who almost never included them in their diet? And the best part? You don't need to eat whole bags. A handful a day is enough to notice the difference. Think of almonds as small shields you place on your skeleton every time you eat them. They're crunchy, tasty, and easy to carry in your pocket or purse. Now, how to incorporate them? You can eat them raw as a snack, add them sliced to your oatmeal, or prepare homemade almond milk. You just need to soak them overnight, blend them with water, and strain the mixture. You'll get a natural drink without chemicals or added sugars. Let me ask you a question. How many times do you replace sweets or cookies with a handful of almonds? If you do it at least 3 times a week, you'll already be reinforcing your bones and reducing the risk of osteoporosis. What I like most about this food is that it not only strengthens bones but also protects the heart, stabilizes blood sugar, and gives you sustained energy throughout the day. That's why I say almonds aren't just a food. They're a daily investment in your independence and vitality. And attention, because the next food goes a step further. It not only provides essential minerals but also activates collagen that keeps your bones firm and resistant. And when you discover what it is, you'll understand why so many cultures use it as a natural remedy against joint pain. Food number 2, black beans. Imagine your bones were like a building. Calcium would be the cement. But what if there are no bricks to hold it? That's where minerals like phosphorus and magnesium come in. And one of the most complete and economical foods that provide them are black beans. 1 cup of cooked beans can give you more than 120 milligrams of magnesium and nearly 240 milligrams of phosphorus, plus plant protein. It's like giving your bones the perfect mix of cement, bricks, and beams, all in one dish. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that diets rich in legumes not only reduce the risk of osteoporosis, but also improve bone mineral density in the spine and hip, 2 of the most vulnerable areas in older adults. Have you noticed how in some cultures where beans are eaten daily, like in Central America, the elderly often have stronger bones and fewer fractures than in countries where processed foods predominate? That's no coincidence. Beans provide the nutrients that sustain bone structure long-term, and the best part is they're cheap and versatile. You can prepare them in soups, salads, stews, or even purees. A key tip: cook them on low heat and add spices like bay leaf or turmeric that reduce gas and improve digestion. Now tell me, how many times a week do you include beans in your diet? If you answered almost never, maybe it's time to reconsider, because each portion is like natural insurance against osteoporosis. And get ready, Because food number one not only fulfills the promise of the title, it's the cheapest, the easiest to get, and the one that can make the biggest difference in your bones after 60. Food number one, homemade bone broth. Yes, you heard right. The cheapest and easiest food to strengthen your bones after 60 isn't an expensive supplement or a miracle powder, but something as ancient and simple as bone broth. For generations, grandmothers prepared it without knowing they were making true medicine for the skeleton. Today, science confirms what tradition already intuited. Bone broth is one of the most complete natural sources to fight osteoporosis. Why? Because by slowly boiling beef, chicken, or fish bones, they release collagen, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and essential amino acids. Collagen acts as the cement that binds your skeleton, while calcium and phosphorus give it the hardness needed to resist impacts and falls. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who consumed hydrolyzed collagen present in bone broth improved their bone density and reduced joint pain in just 12 weeks. Did you know that even cartilage and tendons benefit from this broth? That's why it not only strengthens bones but also restores flexibility to joints and firmness to the muscles that support them. And the best part is, it's super cheap. With a few chicken, beef, or fish bones that you can get at any market, you have the base for a medicinal food. How to prepare it. Place the bones in a large pot, cover them with water, and add a splash of vinegar or lemon. This helps extract more minerals. Simmer them on very low heat for several hours. The longer, the richer in nutrients the broth will be. You can add onion, garlic, carrot, celery, or spices for flavor. At the end, strain the liquid and consume it hot as soup or a drink. A practical tip: prepare a good amount, store it in jars or freeze it, and you'll have your natural supplement ready for the whole week. Many subscribers tell me, "Doctor, since I started drinking bone broth 3 times a week, I feel less back pain and my knees don't creak as much." And it doesn't surprise me, because this food not only nourishes but also regenerates. Bone broth is without a doubt the cheapest and easiest food you have at hand to improve your bones and fight osteoporosis. An ancestral recipe that can make the difference between an old age limited by fractures or life with strength, movement, and freedom. And now that you know the 6 most powerful foods for your bones, you might be wondering, how do I include them in my daily life without complicating things? The good news is, you don't need to change your entire diet at once. Small, smart adjustments are enough, and over time, they add up to big results. Simple ideas for every moment of the day. For breakfast, add a teaspoon of ground sesame seeds over your oatmeal or fruit. You can also accompany it with a handful of almonds that will also give you energy for the whole morning. For lunch, include a portion of steamed broccoli as a side, and at least twice a week prepare stewed black beans with natural herbs. They'll not only give you protein but also reinforce your bones with magnesium and phosphorus. For a snack, swap cookies or sweets for a small handful of almonds, or if you prefer something fresher, a light salad with sardines. And for dinner, nothing better than a good homemade bone broth. It's light, nutritious, and while you rest, your body takes advantage of its minerals and collagen to repair and strengthen your skeleton. A key tip: rotate the foods during the week. It's not about eating the same thing every day, but varying and combining. For example, one day sardines, another day almonds, another bone broth. That way your body gets a complete range of nutrients. And remember, it's not just about the bones. When you feed them well, you also improve your muscles, joints, digestion, and even your mood. Imagine this: getting out of bed with confidence, walking without fear of a fall, climbing stairs without pain. That's the real gift of taking care of your skeleton today. So start little by little. Choose one of these foods this very week. Try it and see how your body changes. Before wrapping up, I want to ask you, which of these foods are you excited to try first? Tell me in the comments, because your experiences help motivate other older adults in our community. Give this video a like if you learned something new, and share it with your parents, grandparents, or anyone you want to see strong and healthy. And don't forget to subscribe if you liked the video. Turn on the bell so YouTube notifies you every time we post a new natural health tip. Stay a moment longer, because here on the screen, I'm leaving other videos that will surprise and guide you to keep caring for your body naturally. Click now and keep learning with us. Blessings.